my story is about stealing some kayaks from my boyfriend. Every summer I go camping at Alpine Lake, and my sister, my mom, and I spend a week camping in our pop-up. And last year we decided to borrow my boyfriend's kayaks. They were just sitting there, and he said that if we wanted to borrow them, we could. So we go over to his house, and I called him beforehand saying, I'm going to borrow your kayaks, is it alright? And he kind of didn't answer, so I left a message. Yeah. So we went over, put the kayak rack on top of the Jeep, strapped it on how it's supposed to, took the kayaks out of their intricate ropes and pulley system that was attaching them through the garage, and put two of the kayaks on top of the Jeep, drove back to the campsite, and unloaded the kayaks, got in the water, had a whole bunch of fun, took pictures and all that, and in the middle of the kayak fun, I guess, I got a phone call from my boyfriend saying, yeah, by the way, my parents don't really want you to use their kayak, so you should probably bring them back. I'm like, great. I'm in trouble. So I tell my sister, we have to get these back right away. So we row back to the shore, be really, really careful with the kayaks because they're really nice. They have rudders and they're expensive kayaks. So we pull them out of the water, dry them off with a towel, and load them back on the truck and drive them back to his house. They were gone for the weekend, so they weren't there. It was a little, I don't know, it was weird. So we put them back in the garage because we couldn't put them back up because we didn't know how the ropes worked. So I was like, where do we put them? So I ended up calling my boyfriend back and asking, where should we put them? And he said, put them between the two cars and don't touch the cars because it's a two-car garage and there's no space. So we put one in between the cars and one right by the garage door. So luckily we got them both in without touching any of the cars, and drove back to the campsite. Told my mom, I was like, well, we stole the kayaks from the Chattanoogs. And she was like, good going. So she's like, well, at least you didn't really know that you weren't supposed to use them, so it's not exactly your fault. It's miscommunication. So we got off easy, I guess. And then my boyfriend's parents go home, see the kayaks in the garage, and they call me, and they're like, yeah, so you use those kayaks, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought I was able to use them. And they were like, we understand. It was miscommunication. We just prefer if you don't use our kayaks. And I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. I regret it completely. I'm so sorry it won't happen again. And okay, that's fine. Next time, just ask and get total permission. And so last year, I used them again, but had total permission and had a